Welcome to Jimmy James Garage. I am going to prove to you that airbag over leaf springs is better than 4-link. Listen to me again. Airbag over the leaf spring for lowering the car is better than 4-link. So first off, I like and subscribe to all that fun stuff because it really helps me out and I appreciate it. Of course, you caught me sitting here in my lazy boy next to my car. And I'm going to show you why it's better than 4-link. Yeah, you may agree, you may disagree. It's all good. So at the very end of this video, at the very end, I'm going to have a surprise to tell you on what's coming next. And it's going to be good. You're going to like it. So wait till the end to find out. That's the catch. Got to go to the end. But right now, let me tell you about airbags, leaf springs, 4-link, all of that. So this is my 56 Chevy wagon that everybody calls a Nomad. It's not a Nomad. It's a wagon. And we've gone over that 100 times. So you've seen my channel. You know that I'm a big car guy and I kind of love them all. I just happen to be in possession right now of this pretty nice 56 wagon. It's, it's all patinaed, original paint, so on and so forth. If you have any questions about the car, down here, you just go and click on that and you'll find my other videos. I actually talk about this car a lot. So probably a lot of my subscribers are like, nah, we've seen your car. We get it. So, but if you're new to this, which I hope you are, go look. It's kind of cool. But again, we're going to get right on it. We're going to get right to airbags over leaf springs are better than 4-link. If you don't like that, in the comments, tell me about it. Tell me why 4-link is better. Tell me why you don't like them low on the ground, laying in the weeds, all that stuff. Just right there in the comments, and I'll be more than glad to answer. I can't wait for the comments on this one. This is going to be good. This is a good one. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to flip this camera around, and I'm going to show you what I got. So what I have here is, let me get a good view on this thing. I have the wheel off, and I currently have airbags over leaf springs. Let's see if I can get a better view of this, though. There we go. That's a better view. So as you can see, there's 2 leaf springs in there. Used to be 5 factory. I still have the factory rear end in this car. And as you see here, I currently have an airbag, which is deflated right now because I have it jacked up. Of course, I got all the safety measures. I got jack stands and jack and all that stuff. And I have 3-inch blocks. And I have this airbag by Air Ride. It's a kit. You go and buy the kit, and it bolts to the frame like so. And it turns out really good. It works really well. I'm very happy with it. Of course, I run the wire along the frame there, and because all of my stuff is in the trunk. I put a ground there and all that good stuff. So the tank runs really well, and it's a ground strap from the frame to the body of the car. And then there's the Air Ride bag. And again, it's deflated right now, but it's being lifted up by a jack, so we can get up here and take a good look. And I'm kind of going slow here. So if you guys decide you want to buy that kit, go online and you can buy it. It's works good. Like I said, I still got 2 leaf springs. This car originally came with 5, and I kept all 5 leaf springs in case I want to go back to stock, which I have no intentions of. People have asked, how low is it? Well, it lays. I'm not going to tell you it lays the frame, but you can't get your finger under it. It's so close. It's maybe a 1/2 inch from the front ground, maybe about a quarter, probably about a 1/4 inch from the ground. It's right on the ground. I mean, it's super, super low. And I can't go any lower because my rear end, my pinion of my rear end actually hits the floorboard of the car. I am going to build a stop for that. I actually took the original stop out to get it even lower. And I took all the bump stops out. There is no bump stops on top of here, so it doesn't hit the frame. And the frame has a big arch, so that's not the problem. It's the pinion to the floorboard. And so my question was, what happens if one of these airbags goes out? I'm kind of stuck. And right now, that's the case. So I'm going to build a little bracket that I can either put on the rear end, or I might build one here from the leaf spring up. that I can jack the car up, put the little bracket in there, and I'll just throw it in the trunk, you know, a little steel bracket, and then I can get it on a trailer if I have to. But so in the comments, after you've seen this now, you tell me what you like and dislike about it. But there you go. And I said it was simple to put on, it was easy, it works good, and it's very inexpensive. So that brings me to this. I made the claim, and I'm going to turn the camera around back around me. Okay, so I got to get up off the floor because I do not have a lift yet. That's one of my goals, is I need a lift. So I'm going to put myself back in that lazy boy right there, my little painted chair. So here we go. Why is it better than 4-link? It's cost. It's a quarter of the cost, it's a quarter of the work, and it works excellent. So that's the reason. Is 4-link and airbags better? Of course it is. It's a lot better. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But if you want to talk about that small section, why it's better, it's because it's easy to do, it's cost effective, and really, it rides amazing. It drives amazing. It slams on the ground when you lower it, depending on how big you want your airlines, that kind of stuff. But it goes up easy. It's durable. I've had it on there a year, and I had it all year long, went to probably 10 car shows, cars and coffees and cruises and cruise nights and on and off the trailer and up the road and you name it, jumped on the gas and the whole bit. It works good. I don't feel any real axle wrap. I don't feel any vibrations, nothing of that sort. I am probably going to put a traction type bar on it. These are some of the things I just haven't done. And that'll eliminate if I have any axle wrap. I don't believe I do, but I don't really jump on this car. I don't, go from a stoplight and just, torque it up and put it full throttle on this one. I do on my 55. I do that a lot. Of course, I got something to talk about on the 55 about suspension next, but it won't be today. And again, from, stop, that kind of thing. If you're drag racing, I don't know that I'd recommend this, but if you're just cruising and driving and not autocrossing and just, want to jump on the gas and pass a car on the freeway and all that kind of stuff, hey, it's really good. It works really well. It's really simple. It took me longer to run the lines and the tank and all that than to bolt them airbags up. They're child's play. You just got to make sure they're straight. When they collapse, they're not all buckled, and they're straight mainly when they're up because that's when they're under pressure. I'm running about 90 pounds in them. It rides, like I said, it rides better than it ever did, by far. I really hesitated on putting bags in this car. It took me, I've had the car 10 years, and I threatened to put bags on from day one, and I didn't. In fact, I went a couple different routes. One route I went was with coilovers. I did have coilovers in front of this before this, and I absolutely did not like those. I do not recommend coilovers. They're not my thing. They're not my jam for this kind of a car. Really stiff. They didn't lower the car much. I don't know. They're rough riding. I just didn't like them. But these bags, front and rear, and of course the fronts are totally different. The front, simple. You buy a kit. It goes into the pocket. You got to relieve the opening of the pocket so the bag doesn't hit it when it goes down. Other than that, it's virtually a bolt-in, especially if you have the stock lower A-arms. I have tubular A-arms, so I had to fabricate mine a little bit. We had to weld ours in because of that, but otherwise they bolt in. They're real simple. A couple other guys have videos on Tri-5s, putting airbags on, but I had a hard time finding anything for the rear. And, they got the 2 links and they got the 3 links and they got the 4 links and they got the this, that, and the other. Airbags over leaf springs. 99% of the time, most of you guys will really like them. It's what I did. You do you. This is what I've done. People have asked a lot how I've lowered the car. 2-inch drop spindles in the front, 3-inch blocks in the back, and airbags front and rear. The tank is in the trunk. Again, I appreciate you stopping by and listening to all this and checking it out. And I hope that you decide to do what you do on yours. And I look forward to seeing the comments. Can't wait to see the comments about 4-link and airbag and all that good stuff. So we're at the end. Guess what? We are doing our first road trip of 2025. We're not going to take the wagon because, let me show you why. It's kind of fun to show you why. It's a good reason why we're not going to take the wagon. Because we live in north central Idaho, and we're going to head to northern California and then also Reno, Nevada. And here is the reason why we are not going to take the wagon. We're not going to take the wagon. It's snowy out. It's cold out, but it's sunny today. It's absolutely beautiful today. Our view is pretty cool. It's nice in the springtime to open the shop door up and really capture all that. And so back to the road trip. We are going to go down through Highway 95 in Idaho, and we're going to take a nice trip through Riggins, and we're going to go to Ontario. We're going to go to that back area of Oregon. They call it the outback of Oregon. We're going to go through that open flat desert. We're going to end up in Redding, Shasta Lake, California. I'm going to show you a car there when I get there. It's my dad's. I've been really wanting to take it for a spin, and they've had beautiful weather there, so we'll be able to put our shorts on and take it for a spin around the block. It might be a Nomad. We'll see, you know. So when we get there, we're going to show that, and I have lined up a ton of cars to look at. My friends, family, things of that nature, guys that I've known for almost all my life. And we're going to go over a lot of their cars and a lot of their stuff. So really stay tuned. We're going to do a road trip video on the way down. If I find something on the road, I am going to pull over and we're going to look at it. So stick with me. We'll show you some neat other sites as we travel down through Idaho, Oregon, and Northern California. It should be a great, great time. So Road Trip 2025 with Jimmy James Garage. Don't miss it. Actually, I'm not done with this video. I forgot one little small thing. I want to show you what the airbags look like, or the tank and the pump and all that in the trunk, because I've had a lot of questions about that. So right here, there's the pump, and there's the tank with a little gauge, and then the relay and the wire coming up from the battery. And then here is the fuse. Very clean, very simple. We can still stuff things here in the trunk to hide. It's in the spare tire well. I don't want to call it the trunk. So spare tire was in there at one point. I don't need a spare. Who needs a spare? That's for quitters. And then, you know, have a big ground block right there. And it works really good. I'm really, really satisfied with it. It's very quiet. It's hidden away. The only thing I wish I probably would have done, but I wouldn't be able to get it, is I have that little tank in there. And it usually takes 2 fills to get it all the way up. It probably takes about a minute, but that's about the time it takes me to warm the car up too. So, you know, it is what it is. It works good. Like I said, it could be a little quicker, but it's not a deal breaker, and it's not so slow that it doesn't work at all. So like I said, I'm very, very satisfied with it. Plus it's chrome, you know, and that makes it go faster when it's chrome. And I use that Tessa tape to, you know, clean up all the wires and make them look good, kind of like stereo guys do. It was my first attempt at doing airbags, and I think it turned out well. I just took my time. But there's the tank. And again, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the road trip. We can't wait for it. It's going to be happening on this Friday. So if you're in that area of Idaho or Oregon or Northern California, look for us. Say hi. 2025 road trip. All right. Have a great day. Again, like and subscribe.